I did a lot of the wrong things, like almost every wrong thing you could do, because I had a very extreme desire to control everything.
So what helped you turn that personal struggle and illness into a mission? How did that happen?
In my personal journey, because I'm very stubborn and I have to learn everything the hard way.
How do you protect your own energy while staying active in emotionally charged spaces?
I just need to rest. And I know that my natural set point is vibrancy, passion, social. I'm basically an extrovert, but
Hey everyone, I'm your host, Anna Lawson. You are watching To Live with Purpose. Hi friends, welcome back to Live with Purpose, a place where we share powerful tools to help you live more mindful and intentional life. We encourage you here to align your daily actions with your core values, to follow your deepest heart's desire, and to live a life of true purpose and meaning. Today, we are diving into a powerful conversation about healing, not just from illness, but healing from disconnection. Our today's guest is a chiropractor, wellness educator, and advocate for women's health. So if you feel out of sync with your body, overwhelmed with information in wellness space, and would like to know how to connect with your own body, with your own tempo in a healthy and mindful way, this episode is for you. So please help me welcome Dr. Kayte. So great to have you here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful to be here today.
Today's guest is someone who turned her personal healing crisis into a powerful mission to educate, empower, and heal. Dr. Kayte is a chiropractor, health entrepreneur, and civic leader. After battling years of chronic illness, she didn't just heal, she built an entire platform to help other women reclaim their health, beauty, and autonomy. From founding the Biohack Your Beauty series to developing silicone support formula, Dr. Kayte is redefining what it means to be well in a world that often confuses aesthetics with true vitality and true health. She's also deeply involved in community work through Help LA and sits on the LA County Community Action Board, proving that wellness isn't just personal, it's also deeply social. This conversation goes deep into her journey, her wellness philosophy, and the bold ways she's challenging the status quo. So get ready to hear from an incredible woman who is not only healing others, but changing the conversation around health and beauty from the inside out. So for our audience who doesn't know your journey, tell us a little bit about your beginning and just how you got to where you are now.
Sure. So my name is Dr. Kayte, and we're here in Los Angeles, which is where I moved after studying fine art and public relations in Florida. And I got my start in the fashion industry, and I had a really cool clothing brand called Lost Cats, which the face of our brand was Zendaya, who is a big star now. She was a big star then. And it was a really fun time. It was really social. It was really fulfilling. And then I got breast implants. And it was like overnight, everything I was doing became unsustainable. And I started to settle into extreme fatigue and pain. And I went to a lot of doctors and no one knew what was wrong with me. And it started to shift everything in my life. And I eventually ended up in chiropractic school. I thought I had something wrong with my joints and muscles. And I started a journey to figure out what was wrong with me that led me on a path of like medical exploration, learning functional medicine, preventative medicine, regenerative medicine, toxicokinetics, silicone toxicity, mercury toxicity, Lyme disease, other types of complex chronic illness, SIRS, mast cell. These are all verticals like I have a deep understanding of, and eventually into community work to help people on a larger scale.
And this was over what period of time?
I would probably, about 12 years at this point.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's so impressive. So how did you stay mentally grounded during the most difficult stages of your illness and recovery?
Well, it's not a simple answer. I will say the best answer, the most honest answer is that I did not stay grounded. I did a lot of the wrong things, like almost every wrong thing you could do, because I had a very extreme desire to control everything. And that was part of, I think, why I was sick. I understand that now. And I understand now that going extremely deep into every possible vertical I could get exposed to in medicine was actually spiritually a lust for knowledge, which is rooted in control. Knowledge, so it's interesting when I look back, and a little bit why I have a little PTSD of being an extreme medical expert, and kind of why today I'm more happy to empower other experts, give them platforms and let them share, even though I could myself do that. It's something that I've gone back and forth. So doing the wrong things like lust for knowledge, which can also include going too far, in my opinion, into New Age practices to try to understand in every dimension what was going on, from the spiritual to the emotional to the cell tissue to the biochemical level. And then I would say some of the things that I did right that allowed me to have grounding during extremely difficult times were not really things I can take credit for. It was things that are built into me and part of some sort of divine grit gift that I was given, I think, so that I could endure extremely hard things to bring lessons forward. And I can't even tell you how I got through some of these things because it was so
hard,
insane. Yeah.
It makes you, on the other end, makes you so much stronger, but it's not fun.
It helps you uncover your true strength that was always there, that you didn't know was you, but it was you. So that's like all these experiencing are just revealing who you really are, right? It's a journey to understand yourself fully in the world. But yeah, I have like strong, my father was a Navy SEAL. My mother is a very brilliant woman. I got great genetics from them. I don't think I would have gotten through any of this without just genetics.
So what helped you turn that personal struggle and illness into a mission? How did that happen?
Yeah, so in my personal journey, because I'm very stubborn and I have to learn everything the hard way. Looking back, there was probably easier paths, but I ended up going so deeply into New Age things that I, completely lost my mind. Like I had panic attacks for 9 months. And then I was raised Jewish. I ended up in Christian church, like praying to Jesus, and worked with a lot of healers, and they actually really grounded me in like an internal anchor. And I did actually utilize like prayer, but prayer to Jesus, which is beautiful to me. And at this point, I've started studying the Kabbalah like a lot.
Oh, wonderful.
And,
That's wonderful.
In Kabbalah, we just talk about the creator, which I think is a great way, but it's about understanding like that you have this internal anchor and that you can anchor yourself in certainty, like despite external circumstances.
Absolutely.
But I think if you don't have that foundational understanding, and there's neuroscience that backs this up as well, there are parts of the brain responsible for suppressing fear. And those parts of the brain are directly built by your sense of identity. So when your sense of identity can be rooted in a belief bigger than yourself, it can really strengthen that part of the brain. And I think it's the lateral medial prefrontal cortex, but don't quote me, which is directly responsible for suppressing the amygdala when it goes crazy.
That is so helpful. That is, and then it's just the faith or prayer or connection to the divine or higher power. Is that what, so it has an actual effect on the brain?
Well, if your beliefs are creating a sense of identity,
Interesting.
then that sense of identity will carry you through times of fear. And I believe people who are raised with a strong sense of identity, usually it's through having a strong faith, no matter what religion you prescribe to or however you build that faith, and I also believe having this roadmap for how to live a good life, the sort of basics of how to treat each other, right and wrong, integrity, character, right? It all plays into sense of identity. And we know people who have a lot of trauma, they get a really big amygdala. We've taken it out of the brain, post-mortem, and seen they have a large amygdala.
So just for our audience that maybe is not familiar, so amygdala is your fight or flight. So every time when you feel threatened or you feel fear, your amygdala is actually firing. So most people live in that survival mode. And so any yoga practice or pranayama, breathing, prayer, actually turns your amygdala off. So you want to get into rest and digest, which is more creative state, alpha brainwave, so more calm. You're not constantly in that arousal, which we are, especially people who live in like Los Angeles or New York City. There's a lot of traffic and noise and you just keep going. So our amygdalas are firing. So this is so brilliant. So you recommend prayer?
Yes, that's the short answer. I would recommend prayer. And I would just also recommend, if you don't want to call it prayer, I think prayer is really helpful because of the things we just described. And I could speak about why the Christianity specifically, I believe, does it really well because of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It creates a hierarchy that mirrors our humanity to each other. It's very easy to understand. And if you can go into a state of prayer and feel like a father, with you, loving you, I think that can be so helpful. But if that's not what you want to do, it's just aligning yourself and taking the time to center and hear your own voice as an anchor.
We're going to take a quick break. We have a quick segment for you, so let's take a look. Why so many of us feel disconnected from our own bodies? Have you ever felt like you're going through the motions? You're getting things done, checking the boxes, but something inside of you still feels off. Like you're wearing your own life like a costume, smiling on the outside, but quietly wondering, where did a real me go? You're not alone. In fact, modern life is built to pull us away from ourselves. Think of your attention like a flashlight. Wherever it points, that's what you experience most vividly. This is where you place your attention. That is where you place your energy. But today, that flashlight is constantly pulled in so many different directions by phones, deadlines, news alerts, social media, endless to-do lists. So the world keeps pulling us in different directions and we just keep reacting. The one study from the University of Illinois found that people who regularly paused for internal reflection, even for just 5 to 10 minutes a day, reported significantly higher emotional balance, clarity, and authenticity. So the real challenge today isn't about finding ourselves, it's creating enough space and stillness in our everyday lives to connect with ourselves. And to help you do exactly that, I'll be sharing an actionable step at the end of the episode, a simple morning practice to begin your day by connecting back to yourself. So stay with us. How do you balance the tension between high beauty standards, and we know how demanding they can be, with true health?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would say information is a key because you need to know what you're doing. You shouldn't be doing beauty treatments that you don't understand how they work and how they're going to interfere with your body. But fortunately, we've been in a rapid information age. So when I was first doing advocacy around breast implant illness, everyone was just shocked because no one knew. Like we just had no idea. We're so in the dark. And now we have so much information and we have so many amazing people, with microphones ready to share and talk. And, that's a blessing that we have that, our younger selves didn't have. So we're moving into a new space. So yeah, definitely educating yourself on the practice.
No, that's actually really cool. What do you think some created vision of what is accepted? So do you believe that actually works, and do that people really love themselves more when they become that perfection? Does it help a relationship with the self?
I know many people anecdotally who definitely love themselves augmented and they feel more beautiful, they feel more confident. They take 20 million more selfies. In fact, all they do is take selfies, right? It's like
filter.
They're like completely enamored by their new look. And some people go even deeper into a pain and struggle because no matter what they do, they feel more ugly. And
not self-accepted.
Yeah, like they feel more critical. And sometimes people have, unintended negative outcomes, which I think sometimes like that alignment and that mindset and like aligning your energy and your intention and your love with like the day of that procedure is really important, right?
What do you think about Pamela Anderson and her showing up without any makeup now? And she used to be a sex symbol. I mean, like every guy in every high school or college was like crazy about her. And now she's showing up without any makeup. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's great. I think it's very important that we normalize different experiences and meet people where they are. It's really not critical of people who augment. I'm not critical of people who wear a lot of makeup. I see them as being on a journey to understand who they are through different medium. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's very, very human. So.
I love that how you said that, to meet them where they are and accept them who they are. That's so amazing. Because not trying to fix anything or give advice or judge, no judgment, just observe and meet them where they are. That's actually the greatest thing that you can offer to your clients, or that's really a great attitude, very helpful. With so much of your work focused on advocacy, how do you protect your own energy while staying active in emotionally charged spaces?
Okay, that is a good question. And I figured it out finally. Like, I know the answer, at least for me. The answer is rest. I have to be rested. So I know now if I start to feel negative, if I'm pessimistic, anything along those lines, I just need to rest. And I know that my natural set point is vibrancy, passion, social. I'm basically an extrovert, but I'm kind of, it's what they call a hypo extrovert.
They call
small
it
extrovert.
An ambivert. It's like in between.
Oh, I'm an ambivert. Okay.
Ambivert, whatever.
Like I need to rest in between. If it's something that you like to do normally, but you're just not liking it, you probably need rest, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And with people and being in environments, it's so energetic. So I find that rest is also there's rest. And then when you're rested and then you know, if you're unrested and you go out into the environment, you might expect a little chaos, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so
because your energy is different.
Your energy is different, and you can't give as much. And really, anytime you enter any situation, if you can shift into coming from a place of giving rather than taking, just energetically, you're going to have a much better response in that environment, because I feel other people notice that. And so I'm always trying to set myself before I walk into a space, and I'm trying to talk to the creator about my goal, but also like to get out of it, like that it's not me going in. Like, you already know what's in my field. You know what I'm working on. Mm-hmm. You know where the lines are going to ping. So those things, I just want to move aside and let it flow in. Uh-huh. And that is a pretty cool little technique.
Kind of focusing more on how can you help other people and what you can give rather than what you can get. It kind of shifts the
and focus. It's almost like asking the field to like kind of brush off anything that's static in you, like, because think if you want something, and I don't mean like from a passion perspective, but like a need, like if you have a neediness in you or something, it's usually because there's some negative point that's kind of stuck in, that's like a static in your field, right? Mm-hmm. And so if you're going in with that, you're just going to get more reinforcement of that thing, so you can feel it bigger, so that then you can let it go.
Yes.
So it's like going in, I can't necessarily drop all those things off my consciousness before I walk into a party. They're still going to be there, and I don't necessarily want to deal with them and feel them right before I walk in. I don't want to like let go in that moment, because and maybe parts of it I've been letting go, but you know, there's still a little residual resonance. So instead of that, I'm just saying, can I just move parallel to those things and just let them, temporarily let them go. I've never even talked about this out loud, so I don't know if it makes sense. And then the thing,
so you don't identify with that. You kind of acknowledge it, that is there, but you also continue having the intention of being present with other people.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And then all the things that I can do to help other people, they are so easy to pull up. And so I can just say to the creator that if there's someone who needs help with something, to let them come and find me, and then I'm willing and I'm of service. And that's why I'm there. I'm not there for myself. It's not about me. It's about the collective energy of the room.
So how do you define life purpose?
Well, I think the purpose of our life is to be fully ourselves 100%, to reveal and uncover our complete authenticity. And I think the way that we do that is by trying to give as 100% as possible and experiencing as much as possible, because that's how you learn who you are. But that may be just me with my large wingspan of wanting to have every experience. It might be another form of lust for control. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out.
Great. So
but it's the journey.
It's great. I mean, it's finding yourself, who you truly are.
I mean, if the creator made us to be ourselves, then that's the best gift that we can execute on in our lifetime, right? Is to fully be us.
Yes, absolutely. Because most people are disconnected from themselves completely. So that's why we are here with this show, to encourage them to find them with themselves. So what is one non-negotiable wellness habit that anchors you mentally and emotionally daily that you do?
Yes, I do a lot of different types of fitness and I sort of cycle them. And I think stretching is great and I should stretch every day. I would be lying if I told you I did, though I don't. A non-negotiable wellness. It's just that anchor in yourself, right? And so it's a muscle like anything else. And if you don't visit it daily, it will atrophy just like anything. And I was arguing about this with someone who said that the answer to the question was the breath, right? And they were like, oh, it's the breath and the breath. And I said, well, if you're drowning and you can't breathe, then what are you going to do? Because what I would do is I would go into that anchor and I know exactly how to find it.
I would definitely say it's that more than
right.
Because you're alive in the, you do breathe through the navel. It's okay. But I agree. It's more of a mental space.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a container that you build inside of yourself that you can go inside of. And I feel like the more you go there, the bigger that container gets. And the more of like a shell it feels to protect you in times of fear or uncertainty. So that's how you find it. So the more you go there, the more you can feel safe at all times in your body and yourself.
Definitely. Through Help LA, you bring together wellness, business, and creativity to support your community. What inspired this initiative?
Wow. So we started Help LA as an initiative around community events because I started working with the leaders of a lot of social communities. And then I thought, how cool would it be if we had a directory of leaders of communities that we could bring together and empower them at the top. So like if a person runs like a community with thousands of people and we can give to that leader and put them with other leaders where they can learn and grow together as peers and then inspire them, then we can affect all of those people and bring more light at once. So it was a community hack. No, it was a biohack. It was a soul hack. It was a soul. We have to figure out what term of biohacking it was, but it was something like that.
Something like that. It's very effective. It really works. What advice would you give to women entrepreneurs trying to make an impact in health and wellness?
Okay. Well, I would say you're in good company because women are really leading in health and wellness, right? I think. We have, estrogen is a hormone of multitasking. We are very good at multitasking, and I think that that's important in entrepreneurship. But I would also say to go into a company, do not think of it as like your child, that it's your baby, that the company is your baby, and that everything is living or dying. I would go into a new business with the intention of exit and build everything systematically without an emotional attachment to the outcome.
Quick break. There's an action step for you wherever you are in the world, across cultures and genders and races. This is a way to connect with your body and with your mind and with your heart on an everyday basis. It's a great exercise that comes from Dr. Deepak Chopra that I've been practicing for many, many years, and it's really helpful and it really works. I hope this helps you, so let's take a look. So start your day with clarity, calm, and connection before reaching for your phone. This simple 5 to 10 minute practice helps you anchor into your body, emotions, and deeper awareness. As soon as you wake up, sit up and come into a quiet place where you can be uninterrupted for 5 to 10 minutes. Keep your phone aside, close your eyes, and take a few deep, slow breaths. Number 1. Gently bring your full awareness into your whole body. So feel your skin surrounding your whole body. Feel the weight of your body, your skin, your breath. Simply notice. And then mentally repeat the phrase, joyful, energetic body, joyful, energetic body, several times in your head. So feel the aliveness and that energy in your body. Intention here is to cultivate vitality and joy in your physical being. 2. Connect with your heart. Now shift your awareness to the center of your chest, your heart space. Imagine warm light in this area and mentally repeat, loving, compassionate heart, loving, compassionate heart, loving, compassionate heart. So feel that emotion of love or compassion as best as you can. Intention here is to invite emotional openness and kindness into your day. 3. Awaken the mind. So move your attention to the space in between your eyebrows. This is the center of intuition and insight. Mentally repeat, reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And let the words settle into your awareness. Intention here is to prepare your mind to be clear and attentive throughout your day. 4. Embrace lightness of being. Finally, return your attention to your entire body. Feel the spaciousness, lightness, and wholeness of your being. Silently repeat, lightness of being, lightness of being. Allow yourself to rest in awareness, to rest in being. Intention here is to let go of heaviness and begin your day with freedom and peace. Then gently open your eyes and start your day. That's a 5 to 10 minutes practice of presence that can really reshape your entire day. Consistency is key. Over time, this practice nurtures resilience, emotional balance, and deeper connection to your true self. So this is a fast 10 questions, like really quickly. Okay. So just real quick answer. Don't think whatever comes to mind. Morning routine must have.
Light.
One supplement you can't live without.
Transdermal topical glutathione.
A book that changed your life. Anything comes to mind.
The Perfect Storm.
Biggest wellness myth you wish would go away?
Trizepatide.
Coffee or matcha?
Coffee.
Most underrated biohack?
Fitness.
What's one beauty product you actually trust?
Olaplex.
A way to recharge when you're really tired or burnt out?
Sleep.
If you weren't in wellness, what would you be doing?
Politics.
One word you want people to associate with your work?
Love.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, politics. I thought that you were going to say fashion, but that makes sense. Totally, yes. If you can send one message that every person on the planet receives, what would it say?
I would say just don't give up, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So great to have you here. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and amazing knowledge. So I'm sure that our audience got a lot of great, valuable insights. So thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. It was so fun. Thank you.
Thank you. So this conversation with Dr. Kayte is such a reminder that wellness isn't a checklist, it's a relationship. It's a relationship with your body, with your energy, with your truth. Healing in her story and in her work comes back to awareness, to listening and tuning inward. And that's something that each of us can really practice right now, wherever we are. If this episode resonated with you, take a moment to tune in, not to what you think that you should do, but to what your body is asking for. Because healing begins with awareness. Dr. Kayte's story is such a powerful reminder that healing is possible and that sometimes our greatest challenges become the clearest path to our purpose. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that this episode inspired you to connect to your body and feel safe in your own body, because this is your temple and this is where that sense of wholeness and belonging begins. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.